Hey, it's AJ, and on this episode of the Entrepreneurial Mind, we're going to be looking at these things, windscreen wipers. Trust me, there's a lesson in this. So, windscreen wipers or windshield wipers, if you're from other parts of the globe, it's something that we take for granted. You know, the rain hits the windscreen, and I wanted to do a demonstration of that, but unfortunately, Melbourne weather is not behaving, and it's beautiful sunshine for the next 3 minutes, I think. It's a Melbourne joke. Weather changes so much here. Anyway, so we take windscreen wipers for granted. You know, whenever it rains or we need to wash the windscreen, we just flick a little switch and on the wipers go nice and easy. But have you ever thought to think about where do they actually come from? Like, who invented them? Well, here's the story. So in 1902, a lady called Mary Anderson is riding a street cart in New York City. And the driver of this cart has to keep getting out of the car and wiping down the windshield because there were no windscreen wipers back in those days, okay? So the driver's like going along, it's snowing pretty hard, and every few minutes he has to stop. He gets frustrated, you know, wipes it down, sticks his head out of the window and just wipes. For those of you who've had your windshield wipers fail on you and you're driving in the rain, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So anyway, she sees this as a major problem, and so she goes back home and she designs a system of blades and arms where you can actually control the arms inside the car manually. So there's a switch where you can, you know, move the wipers. And she gets it patented, and she receives a patent in 1903. But then something remarkable happened. She went out to all the automotive manufacturers, and there weren't really automotive manufacturers back then, but anyone making streetcars or automobiles and things like that. And they all said some derivative of the same thing. Thank you for your interest. There's no commercial viability in this product whatsoever, so we're not interested. So she got rejected from pretty much everyone out there. Despite she had this really beautiful creative idea, no one cared because they couldn't see the vision for it and they couldn't see the commercial viability in it. And so Mary just sat on her invention and did nothing with it. And then after a few years, I think it was about 10 or 15 years, the patent lapsed, which means it's public domain knowledge. So after 10 years now, there's a lot more cars on the roads, and all of a sudden this is a bigger problem. And so all the automotive manufacturers just grabbed the patent idea. Mary got nothing from her idea because it was just the wrong timing. And today, you know what that's like because there's windshield wipers everywhere, and it's such a crucial piece of technology, particularly safety technology. And so there's a couple of lessons in this. One, the timing of your invention is really important. And unless you communicate your idea out there in such a way to get people interested, and you believe it's commercially viable, you need to demonstrate that, people are just going to ignore you. The second thing to take away is that, and this is for all you CEOs and corporations out there, a great idea can come from anywhere, from anyone within the organization, outside of the organization, anywhere. And do you have systems and procedures in place to capture these ideas and explore them? Have you implemented the Entrepreneurial Mind framework within your organization? If you hadn't, you definitely need to get in touch with me, and I can probably help you with that. But that's the second reason. You know, ideas come from everywhere. Now, this idea doesn't just stop there. We're all familiar with windshield wipers and washers and all that. It's great. But now what Toyota are doing is actually collecting data from individuals with sensors in their cars, and they're actually analyzing the data from the windshield wiper systems and comparing it to general weather data. And they're hoping that it'll be able to give them a better prediction of what the weather's going to be like in certain locations. So all from one lady over 100 years ago. She was riding in a streetcar, and she felt for the driver having to get out and manually wipe a windscreen. That is incredible. So, on behalf of the world, thank you, Mary Anderson, and for the rest of you out there, think about how to take your idea out there in a bigger way, embrace the Entrepreneurial Mind framework, and really make a positive change in the world today. All right, entrepreneurs, that's me done. Whatever happens in business and in life, I wish you nothing but success. Take care. Hey, it's AJ, and if you like that video, give it a big thumbs up so that it'll help me reach more amazing people like yourself. And check out the other videos on my channel, as there's probably something there that'll help you elevate your thinking. And also, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe.